Hey, and welcome to the Mum Boss Method podcast. I'm Chrissy, I'm the Mum Boss, and this is going to be a 10-minute, if that, podcast episode where I am going to get you moving. No, this isn't a podcast episode that is an exercise video. Or me shouting instructions at you on how you can move more. What I really want to talk to you about is general movement, okay? And just getting more movement into your body and why that is so important. And in order to do that and make it really realistic, what I would love for you to do right now is to take the next 10 minutes to move whilst you're listening to this podcast. So stick your headphones on and either go and take yourself for a quick walk around the block or decide to have a bit of a boogie or a walk around the house or around the garden. I just want you to move your body. And let me tell you why. So you have probably heard that you should aim to get your 10,000 steps a day to help you towards not only health, but fat loss goals as well. And so many people get hung up on that number. I'm potentially one of them. My goal for steps on a daily basis is 12,000 steps. And, I get upset if I miss my streak, but I want to help you to understand a little bit about why this is such a thing in the fitness space, in the weight loss space, okay? Now, research has shown that consistently achieving those 10,000 steps a day can help not only reduce your body fat and your weight and your BMI, but also improve your mood. But more importantly, being more generally active and getting closer to 10,000 steps a day can reduce your all-cause mortality. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is just being more generally active can reduce your risk of getting some of those nasty diseases, certain cancers, respiratory diseases, type 2 diabetes, lots of other things like that. And what this means is that just by increasing the amount of steps you get a day, you are going to improve your health markers, irrespective of how much body fat you are carrying. Okay. So when we talk about 10,000 steps, we don't necessarily mean 10,000 steps by going out for a walk. It could be doing the housework. It could be dancing around the kitchen, which is a particular favorite of mine. It could be doing, a home step workout. There are plenty of those on YouTube. It could be running around after the kids in the park. The reason it's called 10,000 steps is because it is just a crude measure of more movement. Think about it. Our lives have become even more sedentary. So they were sedentary anyway, compared to what they were in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s, and before then. But since the pandemic, lots of people are working from home for some, or if not most of the week, less commuting. We can get our food shopping delivered. We can get takeaways delivered. Less people are going to the cinema now. We watch all our movies at home, things like Netflix. We can order from Amazon. We can order all of our clothes and our food to be delivered directly to our house, so people don't go to the shops as much. So we are moving even less than we ever were before. So we are more sedentary. Okay, we just don't move like we used to. Now, undertaking formal exercise by going to the gym or taking classes or home workouts is brilliant. It is a great way to improve your health for all the reasons I just said. But many people are starting from a really low base. And so the point of this podcast is to just help you to try to move more in general. And you can do that by starting with a 10-minute walk, 10-minute purposeful walk, a 10-minute, right, I'm going to go and hang out that washing and fold the dry stuff and do a bit of housework for 10 minutes. Just generally increasing that general movement, or what we call in my industry the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So basically our calorie burn. I've written a blog post on my website about this, so I'll link that in the show notes for you to check out. But what I want to do is just be really sure to help you to understand that, we talk about 10,000 steps in my industry. If you are starting at 1,000 steps a day, and believe me, if that is you, you are not alone. Many of my clients come to me. A few episodes back, my client Angela shared her story on my podcast, and she shared that she was barely getting 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day, and now 6,000 a day is her average. So if you're only getting 1,000 a day, actually jumping up to 10,000 is going to be a really big challenge for you. So I don't want you to think that that's what you have to do. I want you to start small, and I'm going to give you some tips now to help you with ways to do that. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, come and find me. I am at the Mum Boss Method. I did a reel with these tips in them, and it had a banger of a tune on it. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. You'll have to come and find me on Instagram to find it. I posted it in April, so have a look for that, or read my blog on my website, and there's a link directly to that episode. But I've got 20 tips in that Instagram reel of how you can get more steps. I'm going to share a few of them with you now. Okay, so first one is always take the stairs instead of the lift or the escalator whenever you can, and if that's accessible for you. When you're going to the supermarket, park further away from the front of the supermarket, right? We're always in a rush. We always want a parking space super close to the front door. Well, I'm challenging you to park further away. There's a double benefit in that. If you go and park in the furthest corner, you're less likely to be parking next to anyone else who is going to open their car door and dent yours, right? If you do take public transport, if you have a commute to work, then maybe get off the tube or the bus or whatever, the train, a stop or two early, or get a train earlier and go for a quick walk before work even starts. Instead of meeting one of your friends for coffee and just going and sitting in the coffee shop, why not meet for coffee and a walk? Buy weather appropriate clothing and go for walks in all weathers. So many of us find it far too easy to make an excuse that it's raining. And believe me, I have an English working Cocker Spaniel. I have to walk in all weathers. I've already mentioned this. Find a YouTube step workout. You can get step workouts that are 7 minutes long. Fit with Rick is a great one that I really, really like. And he does all various ones that are, just really quick for you to do. And you can get up to 2,000-3,000 steps in one of those. It's been my rest day today, so I haven't been to the gym. So despite being for 2 kind of 35-minute walks with the dog, I am only on 9,500 steps. So I'm going to have to do a steps with Rick a bit later on. If you are working in an office, can you arrange walking meetings? Don't forget, you can do these on Zoom. They don't have to be on your phone, on your computer. You can do them on your phone. So make sure that if you can do that, you can use Zoom or Teams to do walking meetings. Schedule in a 10-15 minute walk after your lunch break. Walking after you've eaten is great for your digestion, so there's a double whammy in there. Take the kids to the park, and instead of sitting on the bench and watching, join in the games. If you are working from home and you have toilets in your house on more than one floor, and you need to use the loo, go to a toilet in a different floor. Instead of that 3 p.m. chocolate craving, go for a brisk walk instead. And when you are waiting for the kettle to boil, maybe do some star jumps or some squat jumps, or walk around the kitchen whilst you're waiting for it to boil. And a brilliant one, put your favorite music on and either dance when you're cleaning or when you're doing something really boring around the house to help you get those extra steps. So I don't know how many I gave you there, but I think it was about half of my 20. Go and check out my blog post and my Instagram reel and find the rest of them. I hope that you did actually put this podcast on and go for a brisk walk while you're listening to it. I think that's about 10 minutes now. But this is just me trying to encourage you to walk more, get more steps in, get more general movement into your day. So short, sharp episode, get out there, get moving, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, bye.